Yo, 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 what's good, peeps? What's poppin', man? Yo, that intro, it's something about that joint. It gets me crunk, gets me hyped, it gets me lit, whatever you want to call it. That joint gets me going every time. Dave, what's good? What's good with your boy?
What's up, man? I see you had an interesting week out in training camp land.
Yeah, man, it's good times. I had a blast. I'm still having fun. It's good. It's popping. We loving it. Man, and what better place to come here and get it straight from the horse's mouth? You know what I'm saying? Get it straight from somebody that's been there every single day. Dave, we're gonna talk about it 1 through 5. Fun, but welcome to all the new folks. Welcome to everybody that is just new to subscribe, and you subscribe because you you know you see me streaming live. We appreciate that. But now this is something we do every single Monday, no matter what. And I got something special. I mean, I'm the giveaway king. I do giveaways all the time, and so we like to give back to the people. We like to give back to those who have consistently supported us, and welcome all the new ones. So we're gonna do a giveaway later tonight. Just hang tight. We'll get to it at some point. But it's a whole lot to talk about. A whole lot of stuff to talk about. So before we get into it, Dave, how was your weekend, bro?
I went to the while you was out here sweating it out in Spartanburg. I went to the Newport Jazz Festival this weekend. It was pretty good. I can't complain.
That's what's up. Yeah, I was getting it. I was in Spartanburg having a blast. Having a blast, B. So
Yeah, man. I got to enjoy some jazz, some calmness in my life. Pretty chill weekend. The weather was nice, man. I don't think it. I don't. It doesn't get any better than New England summers, yo. Like the high was like in the 70s, like 77
yeah.
was the highest
It
temp.
it felt like that today. It felt like that today.
No
So
rappers at the Jazz Fest, man. No rappers. First time I've been, there weren't a single rapper in the lineup, not a one. I guess the baby ran everybody off before the lineups was announced. No rappers.
2-6, what up? A lot of people I gotta shout out. Vincent?
Vicente, Vicente,
There you go.
Vicente.
There you go,
I
Dave.
got you,
Humble foot, no
man.
fool. What's good? What's
I,
good,
I
Tyree? Sideshow Rob constantly in here. Johnny, Marcus, Grandizer, T Sween, uh, Adrian. What's good, everybody? Cephas, my guy. D'Angelo the Legend. What's good with y'all? Tim. What's good? What's good? Wade. All my guys. What's good with y'all? All right, let's get into it, Dave. It's a lot to talk about. It's a whole lot to talk about. So we got to jump into it. We can't play no games. We got to get the people what they want, and we about to get it to y'all. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. All right, let me share my screen real quick, readjust a couple things, readjust a few things here. All right, so we got that. Let me just change the background a little bit. So we got that. All right, we all set. So y'all know what to do. If you're new here, you may not know what to do. So go ahead and download that Newsbreak app. It's in the description box. This is another place where you can find our information. It helps the channel out tremendously. So we appreciate the support over there. At Panther Nation PC, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. My Twitter is lit right now. I'm posting all of the clips, a lot of clips on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you might want to go ahead and do that. That's where I'm posting a lot of stuff. So man, yes, it's lit right now. Go over there, please download that Newsbreak app. Follow us on all socials. That would be great. Please help us out. And I gotta give y'all an update because I'm a type of dude. I like to put stuff out in the universe. I like to put stuff out in the universe, and if you put it out there, good things tend to happen. So this is something I've been doing. I like to put our goals out there. Oops, my bad. I like to put our goals out there and kind of just track them. And this is something I started last week. So listen, this is just from last week. This is what we've gained. So again, we on the road to 12,000 subscribers by week 1. That needs to happen. We're 866 subscribers away from that, but we gained 384, so almost 400 subscribers since last week. It's been lit, all right. But we got 866 to go to get to 12,000 before week 1. Let's get that. We need that to happen. Also on Newsbreak, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We got all those goals out there. So let's go ahead and help us get to those. Pull up your phone, get to the socials, all that, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right. We started from 0 about 4 or 5 years ago, and now we almost at 12K. We're growing. And it's super dope. It's super dope. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on. Patreon. Y'all know what time it is. Got a lot of new Patreon members. Patreon is lit. Just another place where I'm showing some exclusive content. I know we give y'all the streams of training camp, but my Patreon members get a lot of exclusive stuff. They get some things, a lot more clearer footage. I record all the 11 on 11, 7 on 7s. They get it from my Canon camera, which is way better. So I like to give my Patreon members a little bit more extra stuff. So I want to give a quick shout out. We got a ton of new people. So shout out to Steven, Rye, Steve, DeReeve, Andrew, 42x42, the Sports Blitz, Jeff, Nick, Demario, Ricardo, thank the Most High God, Justin, Mike Jones, and Aiden Watt. Man, appreciate y'all. Y'all all joined up recently. We really appreciate y'all support. And it's unbelievable, man. Our Patreon is growing. It's crazy. We're up to 62 active patrons. Last week, a couple weeks ago, we was at we had just hit 40. So it's crazy. We're growing ridiculous. It's ridiculous right now. So we appreciate all the support. And again, if I'm asking you for support, that means I'm going to bring fire content, whether it's player interviews, whether it's exclusive training camp footage. If I'm going to ask you for some support, I'm going to make sure it's well worth it. So much so that we had our Panthers Confidential this weekend, and it was lit. It was lit. It was so much fun. And we'll get to that in just a second. But shout out to all my franchise folk. Y'all know who y'all are. Nick, Adam, welcome to the club. And then my MVPs, y'all know what time it is. Subi Loop, Jay Hudge, T Sween. Speaking of Jay Hudge, Panthers Confidential. It was live, shared all the behind the scenes stuff from ESPN Upstate, all the interactions between myself, Mike Rucker, Brad Hoover, Sir Purr, Mick Mixon. Super lit. I shared all that stuff. Stanley McGlover. I mean, it was ridiculous, bro. The weekend was crazy. Got to rub elbows with a lot of people I wasn't supposed to rub elbows with, all right? I was this close to meeting Luke Kuechly, but it didn't happen. It's crazy, lit, but I shared all the backstories, all the things that's been happening with PNP on Panthers Confidential. It went down. I shared stories of where we're going, and it was super lit. And Jay Hudge. Shout out to Jay Hudge. He was the winner of my MVP giveaway, which was a ticket to the Blood and Guts Sam Darnold game. New York Jets coming to the bank. Jay Hudge is going to be rocking with your boy. It's going to be lit. Shout out to him. Congrats to him. So dope. And also, I was feeling good, Dave. I was feeling good, man. I was feeling so good.
We gave away a signed Kelvin Benjamin jersey.
I was feeling so good. I just had to give him that bonus. I hit up Dave. I was like, we got to do something special for the people. Dave was like, I got something. So we're going to give him a signed Kelvin Benjamin jersey. So that's what we did. Now I'm playing. We didn't do a signed Kelvin Benjamin.
We had it in the flesh.
We had it in the tuck. But we did not give a signed Kelvin Benjamin jersey away, but we did give one of these bad boys away. And shout out to Noli. He got a signed JC Horn jersey authenticated by JSA. We not playing, bro. Yo, we give it back, man. Yo, who else? Who but us, Dave? Who but us, man?
Nobody, man.
Who but us, bro? Signed KB jersey, MVP. That was my MVP part 2. I was feeling good, bro. We were just coming off the 11K. I was like, yo, I got to give it back. So I gave it back. And shout out to Noli. He was the proud winner of a signed JC Horn jersey. They're gonna keep coming. Yo, the more Patreon members we get, the more I'm giving it back. I'm giving it right back to y'all. I bought this jersey, dog. I didn't get this signed. I bought this. Okay, I bought this jersey.
He was gonna keep it for himself.
I was gonna keep. This was my jersey.
Rashad was out here giving it out to the people.
This was my jersey. I'm being 100% transparent. This JC Horn jersey was my jersey. I was like, you know what? 11K, I'm giving it back. And I did. MVP giveaway. And then, Dave, I was feeling extra good. I was feeling real good, Dave. And see, this is why it's important to show up to Panthers PNP Confidential. This is why it's important, because I gave away that signed DJ Moore helmet that I was going to give away when Dave was lit. I gave it away to the non-MVP guys that were on the stream. So if you were a free agent or a franchise player and you attended the PNP you took your time out to attend the PNP Confidential, I gave that thing away.
You left church to come at 12 o'clock.
Facts.
To hear the sermon from us.
Facts.
We hooked y'all up.
Facts. And so I gave that signed mini helmet for DJ Moore away, and shout out to Sean Wolf, my man Sean. He was the proud winner of that item. So man, I was giving away. I was feeling good, bro. I was feeling good. And then we got another giveaway tonight. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. So real quick, cool little project coming up on Thursday. On Thursday, August 5th at 8 p.m., we are doing the NFC South Roundup, okay? Shout out to Loose Cannons, the Loose Cannon podcast. Shout out to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. Shout out to them. New Orleans representing New Orleans Saints, and Loose Cannons representing the Tampa Bay Bucks, and Big Low Country representing the Atlanta Falcons. And yours truly, Panther Nation podcast. I had to go back with a throwback logo. I had to do it. I had to go to the throwback logo because it's about to get serious. It's about to get real in the streets. NFC South Throwdown. We're going to have a little round table on Thursday at 8 p.m. Make sure y'all join that joint because it's going to be super lit. It's going to be fun. Shout out to those guys. Can't wait. So stay tuned to that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. All right. Dave, do you got it up? You ready? Is you ready?
I'm always ready, man.
Hey, man, shout out to Manscape, bro. Shout out to Manscape. These are people.
Look, attention listeners across the galaxy, all the way from Australia to Houston, do we have a pew problem? If so, our friends at Manscaped have cleared you for takeoff with their 4th generation and brand new Lawnmower 4.0. Kick your pews to the next planet with the Performance Package 4.0. The orbits in your pants will feel like you're in zero gravity when you use the best tools for the job from the leaders in male grooming. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get your rocket ready for takeoff by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping using the code PNP. Ready for an all-out outer world experience, fellas? Look no further than the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped that has just taken off in not only the USA, but Canada, the UK, across Europe, Australia, and South Africa, and Singapore. Inside this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your whole solar system. First scheduled for liftoff, the new Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. This spaceship is here to guide you on a journey to trim your body, balls, butt, and even Uranus. This 4th generation trimmer also features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multi-function on-off switch, can engage a travel lock, and it's even waterproof. The Lawnmower 4.0 also has a 4000K LED spotlight you can turn on and off when needed for a more precise shave throughout your travels across the universe. So I know you've been traveling across the universe, right, Rashad?
Yeah, I have. A lot of traveling.
A lot of traveling across the universe. So you got to get one of these Lawnmower 4.0s. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker. It's like having a little astronaut to chop your worst weeds up top in your nose and ear. The Weed Whacker is also waterproof and uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual blade system. This nose and ear hair trimmer provides proprietary skin-safe technology which helps prevent nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. Don't forget to use the Crop Preserver ball deodorant and their Crop Reviver to help your little planets be on their A game while feeling the sun's heat. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Abort hairy balls and Buzz Lightyear that Woody with Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping using the code PNP at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping using the code PNP at manscaped.com. For a clean trinity and beyond, your space balls will thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Manscaped, man. If you want to support the channel, helps us out tremendously. If you go over there, use that code. They got good products. And right now, I think they have a summer sale, and which is 20% off. You can't combine codes, but instead of using the summer code, you can use the PNP code and get the same discount. So go over there, especially if you're coming out to training camp. It's hot out there. Some of y'all don't be taking care of yourselves. Man, make sure you get some of that deodorant for your nether region, all right? Let's move on. Let's move on. It's time to get lit. All right. So we got to, before we get into the first 5 days in total, we got to start with the day 5 recap. Dave, I went out there. Practice started at 8:30. Okay, started at 8:30. The little whistle blew, whatever that little siren thing they got, and Matt Rule brought the team together and started out with an 8-minute speech, bro. 8-minute speech. He was cussing them boys out, bro. He was cussing them boys out. And I tried to listen to I tried to listen to the conversation as best as I could, but I only caught bits and pieces of it. And essentially, he didn't get a chance to talk to them guys. I guess on Sunday, he didn't get a chance to talk about the bad practice they had on Saturday, and apparently that was his time to address it. So he pulled the team together, started cussing some dudes out. Again, if you weren't watching the stream on Saturday or you didn't hear what happened on Saturday, he stopped practice because Christian McCaffrey got hit and went to the ground, right? Oh, he didn't get like destroyed. He just, it got a little rough and Christian McCaffrey went to the ground. He stopped practice and started, laying into the guys. It happened to a couple people. Terrace Marshall got knocked down on Saturday. Nobody stopped practice. But as soon as Christian McCaffrey got knocked down, all bets were off. He stopped practice. And again, I guess he didn't get a chance to address it. So he addressed it on this morning. 8-minute speech, dog. We were like, yo, when's practice going to start? He's sitting there cussing the dudes out. He was talking about certain people doing the right thing. Like the name I heard was Trent Scott. He said, oh, he's in there watching film in the morning. That was, that's good. We want stuff like that. He said, get that BS out of my locker room. And he said, get it the F out of my locker room. That's a quote, loosely quoted. So he was trying to convey a message to somebody. And apparently that message didn't get across because the rest of the practice was pretty trash. Okay, it was not good. A lot of mistakes. There was a ton of false starts. We saw dudes taking laps. There was dudes as soon as you took a mistake, as soon as you had a false start, had a fumble, made any kind of mistake, you had to take a lap. And dudes were just doing it automatically. They were automatically running. I saw Cam Irvin take a lap. I saw Tuba Hubbard take a lap when he fumbled. It was mad dudes taking laps. Okay, and so and guys got hit too. I recall a dude like Justin Burris hit stick Dan Arnold today. Like if you go back and find it in the stream somewhere, he lowered his shoulder on somebody, bro. Like them dudes was bugging. Out. All right. So I don't know what's going on with this team. I know they're young. I don't know what's going on. It appears like we're a little bit leaderless at the moment, if that makes sense. Like nobody's out there holding each other accountable, and Matt Rule has to do it, essentially. It was ugly today, bro. Drops all over the place. I mean, Robbie Anderson had a drop, tip passes, inaccurate throws. It was ugly. It was ugly today. Ugly. And so the reason why is I'm reading the comments and said, how do you fumble without no contact? It's because the players are coached to punch the ball out. When the players catch the ball and they run, the defensive players are coached to punch the ball out. You can hear the coaches saying, punch it. Every time somebody gets the ball, they say, punch it. You can hear the coaches saying it. So those guys are attacking the football. That's why those guys are fumbling. I know DJ Moore fumbled after he caught a ball. I know Tuba Hubbard fumbled. It wasn't good, bro. It was not good. It was not good, bro. So Dave, with all this being said, like from an outsider, for somebody that's not there, like what do you kind of take away from this?
I think he's feeling that heat, bro. He's feeling that heat that I've been talking about for weeks. He realizes this team's got to get ready. And he realizes there might be an uphill battle in some aspects of the squad, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. And we're talking about his 8-minute speech today, but I think we need to talk about what happened on Saturday too. Because there was a lot of comments that was happening on Saturday where I guess it doesn't sound like he wants his players to have fun. And I think some of the attitude that he had about his players not having fun makes me realize why they had to get Cam out of here almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that floating around. About how, I mean, I don't think guys were necessarily having fun.
I think like I think like the way that Cam presented himself during practices, it's a different vibe than the way they present themselves now since Cam has left, right? Particularly at the quarterback position. That goes for Teddy and Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? It was a different type of energy, you know, that I don't think he likes flying. That Rule doesn't like at all, right? Like when he made the comment about like, you know, people were doing things, acting out of character and stuff like that. I mean, you got to consider, man, like this is the first time some of these players had the fans at training camp.
Exactly.
Since the pandemic.
That's how I looked at it.
So what would you expect? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're happy to see the fan base there and the fan base is excited. You should expect your players to be excited. You shouldn't penalize them for it.
Yeah.
And then they come out here and come up with a stinker on Monday, man. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, I think
I hope they turn it around.
Yeah, this team, it's a little. I got to be honest with you. And I know there's going to be a certain portion of the fan base. And shout out to Pat Coltrane. I watched his video too, and I agree with what he said. I think there's a certain portion of the fan base is going to say that it's early. It's early.
Yeah, man. I watched that. Early. Shout out to Pat.
So, but he has a valid point. It's like when does that stop? When does that it's early excuse, you know, stop? Like when is that no longer relevant?
It stops when the people decide it stops, right? Like it is not going to stop. It's all about convenience. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying it's early now. In that case, if JC Horn throws a pick, it's early. That doesn't mean anything. If DJ Moore beats out somebody, it's early. That don't mean anything. If Sam Darnold balls out of their mind, it's early. Doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Like you got to pick your spots. Like if it's early for the bad stuff, that means it's early for the good stuff.
Good stuff. Bingo. And that's what Pat's point was.
Yep.
Pat made that same point. So shout out to Pat. And I agree 100% with that video because there's a lot of, and his point was that there's a lot of other rookies balling out right now. Like he said that guys like Rashawn Slater. I know there was a certain guy that was really high on Rashawn Slater, and a lot of y'all told me he wasn't a real left tackle. And they're saying that he did not lose a one-on-one. And they have an elite pass rusher over there named Joey Bosa. Okay, so he didn't lose a single. And so I guess you're gonna say it's early for him, but it's not early for for all these other situations that's going on, for the negative for us. You know what I'm saying? So you got it. Same thing with Justin Fields. Right? Justin Fields is saying Justin Fields look good, right? You can't say it's early for him, and then at the same time when it applies to us, kind of flip the narrative. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
All you got to do, guys, is be consistent.
Yep.
And just take the consistency with everything. You know what I'm saying? Just be consistent. Like, if you're going to say it's still early now, that means it's still early to be bragging about some of these other players on these other squads.
Facts.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, just be consistent. Yeah, just be consistent, man. Make it make sense. All right. So that was day 5, man. It was really ugly. There was a couple good things, especially from the defensive side of the ball, and some not so good things. We'll talk about those as we go along, as we progress. Stock up, stock down is returning. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but we got to talk about a couple things. Injury updates. AJ Bouye, quote unquote, pulled something. And that's not necessarily good. However, he will be missing the first 2 games anyway, so it's better for that. I'm sure it's not anything minor. We haven't heard, anything major. We've heard some things come about, but it's nothing as of right now. We haven't heard anything major coming from this. Same thing with Shaq Thompson. He had tightness. I recall when Shaq Thompson came out, he did not come out with that red jersey on. He came out with the normal blue jersey on, as if he was going to be practicing regular. That red jersey indicates injury. He did not get the injury red jersey until practice started with the stretches. Once the stretches happened, that's when he put the red jersey on. And so I guess something happened. He may not feel comfortable. The coaches may have not felt comfortable with him going out there. And so again, we haven't, knock on wood, you hear me knocking on wood, we haven't had anything major happen. There's been some other teams have some injuries happen, some major injuries occur, i.e. the Colts. But, we have dodged bullets as far as anything major. And I hope we dodge a bullet with AJ Bouye. It's early. We haven't heard anything just yet. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this. But hopefully we're good. So any thoughts on these injuries, Dave?
I'm not panicked about Bouye. I'm not that concerned with Shaq yet, but it's something to monitor.
Yeah,
because we're definitely counting on him this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm not too worried about
room's
Bouye.
already thin.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm not as worried about Bouye.
Oh, I thought you said yes.
Because they already have a plan in place. They already got to have a plan in place for the first couple of weeks anyway. So
yeah, and I think just to kind of give you that indication of what their plan was, at nickel cornerback, when AJ Bouye went out, Miles Hartsfield stepped in at nickel. So that just not Troy Pride, not you think it would be Troy Pride, right? No, maybe no. A lot of people hyping up Troy Pride. No, Miles Hartsfield. Miles Hartsfield was the guy that stepped in. So just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. All right, moving on. In lieu of the Shaq Thompson injury, we go out and sign a guy named Jonathan Celestin, who actually spent time with the Panthers before at some point. I don't know too much about this cat, but let's see what the Panthers' little write up was on this guy. So he played at the University of Minnesota, spent some time with the Falcons, Chargers, and Jets. So he might get a little blood and guts action too. And he also played in the XFL. I know they were trying out some guys at the end of practice. I didn't get a chance to stream that at the end of practice just because I had to leave. I had to get out of there. I had a meeting to get to. So yeah, we signed this dude. Dave, any thoughts on this cat? I mean, I don't have any thoughts per se.
I think it's a camp body, but the time is interesting, considering the tightness of Shaq Thompson. I don't think he's going to sniff the starting lineup by any stretch, but I just think the time is interesting because of the Shaq Thompson injury.
And I think it's weird because often if it's something minor, I don't think you would go out and sign somebody.
That's my point.
They said they were already a little thin at linebacker. That's why they went out and signed him. But you would think that if it was minor, they wouldn't worry about it. But it appears that this quote unquote tightness could linger a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens. So any more thoughts on this cat before we move on?
Nah, man, and I still stand by how I feel like how the defense is going to be even without Shaq. By the way, I still expect them to be top 10. But we'll see how this goes. But the timing isn't good.
Yeah, which is interesting because with you saying that, this guy's not moving the needle enough to justify that contract. If you're saying that, that's my point.
No.
I mean, if you feel like that guy is that replaceable, then he's it's never good.
I kind of wish the people at the front office feels the same way, but I don't make decisions on who gets paid. I'm just a podcast guy. I'm just a YouTube guy.
Just a YouTuber, right?
That's all I am. That's all I am right now.
All right. So, yep, that's all we got for injury updates. Let's move on. So, Dave, let's get into this rookie report. We're going to go because I feel like this is just my opinion. I did not put any rookies on stock up, stock down per se because it's a little too early for us to kind of gauge where they are. So I'm not going to have any rookies on stock up, stock down. I don't think it's fair to them just yet. I'm not going to put any on stock down. It's just not fair to them yet. We need to see what they're like. So I made a separate section called the rookie report. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start from the bottom and then go to the top and just talk about what I saw from each individual rookie. All right. So Phil Hoskins, I mean, the dude started camp on the pup or whatever, and I haven't really seen him. I haven't seen this cat. I don't really know where he's been. I don't even know the dude number, to be honest with you. This dude is MIA. So I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's been doing. No idea. I'm just going to be honest, okay? So I don't know what y'all was expecting out of Phil Hoskins, but he's a 7th round pick, and I ain't seen him out there. All right. Moving on to our long snapper, Thomas Fletcher. I have seen this cat doing a lot because you know what happens? So when they need a snapper and it's separate from the offensive line, they use JJ Jansen as the snapper, like the to snap the ball to Sam Darnold. So oftentimes you'll see Thomas Fletcher over there really working with the kickers. So I've seen a little bit from him. I've seen him actually take, live snaps. He looks good. I haven't seen any bobble snaps or nothing like that. Never gonna
That's why we
say.
drafted him.
Never gonna say. I'm never gonna say he's gonna be worth that pick. Never. You're not gonna get me to say that. Maybe I would have to own up to this like 20 years down the road. It's never gonna happen. Especially with Trey Smith being on the board. I just can't. I can never justify this pick. I can't. Okay. So, but again, like I said, I have seen him take snaps. He's doing a good job. I mean, it kind of is what it is. Dave, any thoughts?
Just remember, man, when it comes to a long snapper, when it comes to a long snapper, you don't want to know who the hell he is.
True.
So
true that.
I know you're not going to like the pick because the theory is he probably would have been available in free agency. But
no. Regardless, my theory is that we needed Trey Smith. That's my theory. I don't care about him. You can get a long snapper anywhere. So Trey Smith was on the board. That's why I freaking was mad. So give me Trey Smith over a long snapper. Even with the injury concerns, at that point in the 6th round, you had to take Trey Smith. So that's my beef behind it. But again, talk to me 20, maybe 15 years from now. I'll let you know if I still like the pick. All right. So moving on, Shi Smith. Now you see these couple arrows by Shi Smith's name, and that just indicates that this player, to me, this is just my opinion, is outplaying his draft grade, right? His draft round. So Shi Smith was picked up in the 6th round. To me, he looks good out there, and I know. A lot of y'all told me Shi Smith is great. He's gonna be good. But me, y'all know me. I gotta see it. I didn't see enough at South Carolina. I know he playing with a bum quarterback. I know that. But I didn't see enough at South Carolina to but this cat is good. He's good. He is going to be solid. No, I don't think he's going to be better than Terrace Marshall. I've seen a lot of that. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta chill with this. I don't think he's going to be better than Terrace Marshall. But he did have a couple. I know he had one day, especially the first day, where he was better than Terrace Marshall. Just clearly, point blank period. Shi Smith, the first day of camp, was the best rookie wide receiver out there. Bar none. Wasn't even close. Shi Smith was balling. Now, his mentions have not completely, but they started to come down a little bit. I haven't seen him out there as much. He's not getting as many, as many targets in 7-on-7s and 11-on-11s. But I still think he's really good, and I like Shi Smith a lot. I think he is, to me, he's outplaying my expectations right now. He's outplaying my expectations. Just me personally. But go ahead, Dave.
There. What about that question? Does Shi Smith make David Moore expendable? I think it probably does.
I think, in my opinion, and I think it should, but it won't. I think David Moore is not going anywhere.
You don't think so?
No. Again, I brought up the fitter relationship, the Seattle Connect. He got a 2-year deal. I don't think he's going to go anywhere personally. But if I'm building a team, then it absolutely would. I would get out that deal immediately and use Shi Smith and get the young guys out there. But I think they like David Moore. David Moore he was active today too. Saw a lot of catches, a lot of throws to David Moore's way today. So yeah.
Overall, man, I like Shi Smith a lot. I'm glad he's been doing pretty well in camp so far. I know I'm confident he's going to make the team. He's got to have some rough things to not make the team. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. Yeah. I just think that the numbers are going to get interesting when you start counting down the wide receivers.
I'm saying 7, dog.
Yeah, if it's 7, it gets interesting. 6 is going to make it hard because I can already name 5 that is going to make the team. That leaves only 1 slot remaining. So
yeah,
it gets interesting to feel.
I think we're going to keep 7, and that's just my opinion. My opinion.
Yeah, because when you go DJ, Robbie, Marshall, Smith, if you think you're going to keep more, I think Zylstra's the last spot. So that leaves
we'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll hold that thought, Dave, before you get too deep into wide receivers. But hold that thought because I think it's going to get really interesting. But Deontay Brown, we'll move on to Deontay Brown. Deontay Brown is a guy that I saw a little bit. He's playing with the 2s and the 3s. I haven't personally seen him play with the 1s yet. I know some other folks have said they've seen him, but the way they rotate out when they do their first reps, so each team gets 2 sets of 7-on-7s and 11-on-11s, right? And when they go the first round of reps, it's the first team offensive line. So you got Cam Irving, Pat Eflin, Paradis, John Miller, and Moten. All right, so that's your first team. But then the second time they do the reps, they switch everything up. So sometimes they rotate guys in and out. It's hard to see who's in there. But I haven't seen Deontay Brown running with the 1s yet. I seen him play with the 2s and 3s. He's gotten beat a couple times. He's looked okay in 1-on-1s. But this is a guy, like I told you, I tried to tell y'all, this is a guy that needs to work on his pass protection. He's not there when it comes to pass protection yet. I think that it's going to take some time. Do I think and hope he gets into the starting line at some point? Yes. But I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be down maybe like week 8, week 9, something like that, before he actually cracks the starting line. And obviously he's going to have those packages where he comes in and just start moving people. Those jumbo packages, the short yardage packages, he's going to be in there moving folks. So don't get it twisted there. He's going to be in there for sure making things happen. But I just don't know that he's going to make a huge impact starting out. And I've been consistent with that with day one, and it's just it kind of remains. Now, when pads come out, could get a little where he can actually get physical, things could change, right? But as of right now, I haven't seen much from him. I haven't seen
pads are tomorrow, right?
Pads are tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to rain, so they may move. They move practice later. I don't know when. I don't know what they're gonna do. It just depends on the forecast. So watch Twitter and watch all the beat reporters. They get the heads up on when and where practice is gonna be. So just hang tight. There's no indoor facility there. It's all outdoors, so they got to do what they got to do. All right. So next up, Keith Taylor. Keith Taylor is a guy that I like. Y'all know if you go back way to the pre-jab process, I dropped a video on Keith Taylor. I'm a huge fan of Keith Taylor. I think he's gonna be very, very good. He's a big guy, 6'3". He's tall, not like big as in weight, but he's tall. And he takes his craft seriously, bro. Like he's out there running. Like I would take, for example, the night of the back to football thing in Gibbs Stadium, right, on Saturday. He was out there going through his stretches, going through his reps. He has like a routine he goes through, and it was completely separate from the other guys. Like you could tell he takes his craft seriously. He comes from the University of Washington. They know how to put out and put out a decent cornerback product. Okay, they've done it in the past. They've got a good history of it. Now, I've seen him take some really, really good one-on-one reps. I haven't seen him get torched like that. So he is actually outplaying my expectations, and my expectations were pretty high already because I was a fan of him. Keith Taylor is no surprise to me. I've been watching this cat for a minute. So Keith Taylor is going to be solid, and I like where he's going. I like his, again, not going to be the top 1 or 2, but if AJ Bouye goes down for an extended period of time, you may see him thrust it in. But I like Keith Taylor. Any thoughts on Keith Taylor, Dave?
I'm happy to see that he's playing above his draft status. That's good. That's great news. Now this is a situation that could make Bouye expendable, especially if he's injured for a longer period of time.
Don't do that, Dave. You're putting the cart before the horse. Too early.
Okay. All right.
AJ Bouye is not going anywhere, bro.
I know he's not.
He might make Melvin expendable, Rashawn Melvin expendable.
Yeah.
But not AJ Bouye. Don't do that. Don't do that. Next up, we got Davion Nixon. Davion Nixon is a guy that's a defensive tackle, interior guy, defensive and defensive tackle. Haven't really seen much from him either. I've seen him play some snaps, but I haven't really keyed in on him to know that he's doing this thing. So I gotta admit, I haven't been watching him like that. I need to get more tuned in with the defensive line drills. I oftentimes gets caught up in the D-backs and the wide receivers that I kind of miss some of the offensive tackle and defensive line drills. So moving forward, I will try my best to kind of watch him a little bit more. But yeah, he's been quiet. I haven't seen anything from a beat reporter standpoint. I haven't seen them talking about him. I don't really know what's going on, to be honest with you. So I don't have any thoughts on Keith Taylor to put him up or down. So I have no clue.
I mean, Davion Nixon.
Davion Nixon, my bad. Davion Nixon, my fault. You got any thoughts, Dave?
Nah, man, we know he's making the team. I don't think there's going to be an issue there. It's just more of a matter of whether or not he's going to get more love.
Impact, right? I haven't seen the impact. So next up, Tuba Hubbard is playing. He got a lot of reps today. This is the first time I've seen him too. Usually I don't be paying attention to the running backs, but they got a lot of run reps today. Dave, this goes to what you have been saying about running the football. They had a lot of run reps on 11 on 11. I think because they're trying to warm up that physicality in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they had a lot of run reps, and Chuba had a bunch of them. Rodney Smith also got some. Christian McCaffrey got a few rushing reps, but there was a lot of rushes, and Tuba Hubbard got a lot. I don't know how many off the top of my head. I would say it was at least maybe 6 carries, which is a lot in 11 on 11s, and because they really don't even run the ball like that in prior weeks or prior days. They weren't even doing that many reps. Period. So, keep an eye on that. But Chuba, he was doing work today. He was doing work today. I gotta admit. Any thoughts on Chuba Day?
Well, I mean, it goes back to what I've always said. I think Chuba's going to be good if he gets the opportunity. I just don't think he's going to get the opportunity this year because Christian McCaffrey is here. The only way he's going to get the opportunity is if Christian gets hurt, and I'm not rooting for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Rodney Smith, he's been getting a lot of reps too. He's coming out. Usually, when they bring the guys out, it's Christian McCaffrey, then Rodney Smith, then Tuba Hubbard. So that's how the pecking order has been coming out. So it's interesting to watch that. Okay, it's interesting to watch that. All right. Is Tuba a practice squad guy? No, Tuba Hubbard is making the team. If you cut Tuba Hubbard, somebody will snatch him immediately. So no, he's not a practice squad guy. He's a roster guy.
He's making the team, guys.
Yeah.
You don't draft a running back that high. You don't draft a running back that high. No, we're probably like if we keep 4 running backs, that means we're not keeping a fullback.
Yeah, with Reggie, man, I've seen Reggie out there a little bit, but he's running with like the 3s and the 4s, man. So I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Tuba is absolutely RB2. He will be the backup running back.
I think he's RB. He will work his way up to RB2. Right now, he's RB3 behind Rodney Smith. Rodney Smith is getting the number 2 reps or coming. He's not getting the number 2 reps, but he's coming off when they go in order. When Christian McCaffrey goes out, Rodney Smith goes in, and then Tuba Hubbard goes in. Now, I do think Tuba Hubbard got more reps than Rodney Smith, but the pecking order is those 3 in that order.
Trent Cann is probably going to make the team off the special teams side of it.
Hold that thought. All right. We'll get into him a little bit later. Tommy Tremble. Moving on to Tommy Tremble. All right. Tommy Tremble is a guy he's been up and down. He had a rough day yesterday. On Saturday. On Saturday, he had a couple drops. Had a couple drops on Saturday, and it wasn't too good. He's had a couple of days with multiple drops. That was his second day having multiple drops. And we knew coming out of college that was his thing, right? There were some worries about his drops. And so I think that, that's something he's got to work on. Again, I think he knows that. He said he's been working on it. He's got the tight end coaches and all that good stuff. He's been working on it. So we'll see. Today was a good day for him. Today he had, and shout out to all the Patreon members. Today was the Tommy Tremble focus day. And so he was able to catch all the passes that went to him, even in 1-on-1s, even in 11 on 11s. He had a couple passes go to him, and he caught them all. He looks good. He looks good in route running. So I'm happy with Tommy Tremble today, but it's inconsistent, right? One day he's on, one day he's off. He's got to put some couple days together. Go ahead.
First 4 days, he's been more utilized as a tight end. So I'm assuming today it's the same thing. They utilize him more as a tight end. Then they put him behind the running back.
All tight end, bro. He has not taken anything at fullback. Again, we haven't seen it yet. We have not. All the fullbacks have been Mason Stock and Mikey Daniel. Those are the 2 fullbacks that we have seen. So everybody that's saying, hey, you could put him at H-back or you could put him at fullback. It has not happened. Let me repeat it again. It has not happened. Okay, not to say that it won't happen, not to say that it won't eventually get there, but he's been doing a lot of blocking work. My Patreon members know. The Patreon members know. They saw. I recorded everything, blocking drills. I recorded as much as I could. All his receiving reps. That's what he's been doing. He hasn't been doing anything he's not doing work with any of the fullbacks and running backs. Period. All right. So let's relax with that. Yes, he did it in college. He ain't doing it right now, is what I'm saying. All right. So yeah. Any other questions? You got anything else with Tommy Tremble?
No, I just wanted to bring that up to just get clarity because I know a lot of folks were assuming that about the fullback situation. So
it didn't happen. Not happening. Not happening. All right. Next up, Brady Christensen. This is a guy that I haven't seen much of either. I think I have seen him take number 2 reps with at right tackle. I have seen that. So it's just difficult to gauge without pads. I think the offensive line and defensive line will shape themselves out when the pads are on tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with the pads. But it's hard to make a determination without seeing pads with Brady Christensen. So I don't know. I can't make a determination right now. And no, I see the red zone. We haven't done any red zone work. No, 0 red zone work. So any thoughts on Christensen? Because I don't have anything.
Nah, we're good, man. Like, with the talks of maybe moving Moten over, and we'll probably get into that later as well. It gets interesting to see if he's going to end up playing tackle or guard. I think I'm hoping that he's still going to get the starting job. I'm hoping that he'll start going into the season at one of the positions on the line, but we'll have to see.
Nope. I think Matt Rule I've seen Taylor Moten take more snaps at right tackle than left tackle. He's taking a couple. He'll get in there, take a couple at left tackle, but the majority of his snaps have been at right tackle, and I think that's the right thing to do, all pun intended. I think he should. Honestly though, Cam Irvin hasn't looked all well. Let me not say that. I'm gonna chill because I need to go back and look.
Let's get the Terrace Marshall.
And I think I need to. Yeah, I think I need to go back and look at the film, and because I've got all the ones reps recorded, so I need to go back and watch them and kind of psychoanalyze it. Next up, Terrace Marshall. This is a guy that has been up and down during camp. We have got, again, I said it on the stream today. I've seen multiple people say that this man is the next or is compared to DK Metcalf. Multiple folks, okay?
Well, wait, before we even get into that, let's be clear. To be compared to DK Metcalf means that we have Russell Wilson, our quarterback.
Facts.
And I just want to let you guys know,
yes,
we do not have Russell Wilson, our quarterback. I just want to be clear that we are all on the same page about the fact that we do not have Russell Wilson, our quarterback. So let's just stop with the DK Metcalf comparisons. Cool.
And we also don't have a 6'4", 230 pound cat. We don't have that either. You know what I'm saying? So Terrace Marshall, he's up and down. He's had a really, really good day. Day 2 was awesome for him. When Robbie Anderson went down, he had an awesome day. First day, I don't know if it was the rookie jitters or what, but he had a couple of drops on that first day. He came back, I think the day 3 or day 4. No, day 3 he was solid. Day 4, a little up and down, and today he was fine. But it's up and down, bro, up and down. So again, he got to get consistent. And again, when you talk about DK Metcalf, you talk about production. DK Metcalf had almost 1,000-yard season. Terrace Marshall will not have 1,000-yard season, bro. It's not, unless somebody gets hurt. There's 0 chance this man is going to have 1,000-yard season. All right,
he's going to be fourth. He's going to be 4th in target share.
He's the 4th, and I made a mistake and said he was the 3rd option. And you're right. You're absolutely right. He's the 4th option behind Christian McCaffrey. There's 0 chance he makes 900 yards. We gotta relax, bro. We gotta relax. This is why PNP is here.
So it's funny. We're talking about how big Terrace Marshall is, and how hard it is to have quarterback, have wide receivers be at a high level. I learned that there were 2 teams in the NFL last year that had 3 top 25 wide receivers in fantasy. Can you name those 2 teams, Rashad?
I cannot.
Chat, can you name the?
Was Saints one of them? No.
Nope. Can you name the 2 teams that had 3 top 25 wide receivers in fantasy football last year?
Oh, yeah. I thought I misunderstood your
No,
question.
no,
My bad.
no. Because I'm on my fantasy steeds right now. I'll tell you the two teams you'll be surprised by. One you might not be surprised by. One was the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had 3 wide receivers that were in the top 25. And the other one was the Carolina Panthers. We had 3 wide receivers that were in the top 25. Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, and Curtis Samuel were all top 25 quarterbacks in fantasy last year.
Shout out Teddy.
Shout out to Teddy.
So, but yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. We got to pump the brakes. He's not that dominant out there, bro. Let me be clear. He's not that dominant, and he's not as fast as DK. He's not as athletic as DK. So let's pump the brakes a little. Let's find another comparison. DK ain't it. Let's just find another one. Let's relax. Let's let Terrace Marshall be Terrace Marshall first, and put up some numbers, and then we can start comparing. But again, I keep telling you, and I told y'all this day one when we got Terrace Marshall. Year one, it ain't gonna be the year for him. This is not the year. This is
fourth
not the
option, guys.
To be excited for Terrace Marshall.
Fourth option. The only way he's not the fourth option is somebody gets hurt, and you're not rooting for that.
Now I've seen this, and I like this a little bit better than DK. I've seen a couple people say Demaryius Thomas, but before we compare him, let's let him be him.
Let's see him play.
Let's see him play out on a real game. Let's see him play first, and then we can start making some comparisons. But right now, he got to be him. Let Terrace Marshall be Terrace Marshall first. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. But that's all I got for Terrace Marshall. And then next, you got anything else on Terrace Marshall, Dan?
No, we good. I just want to get my stat out about the wide receivers. That's all.
It's good. All right. That's a good stat. And then next up, we got J.C. Horn. Now, Coach Rule came out and said something today, Dave. He said he's grabby. He gotta learn how to reel it in a little bit.
But guess what?
They're gonna call those flags on him in the NFL.
Guess what? Best corners in the NFL grab. I don't give a damn what you say.
Yeah. They all grab. Yeah, it's all about what you can get away with, right? And he's gonna again. J.C. Horn's gonna have to take. He's gonna have to take his lumps. He is going to get beat. He's gonna get beat. And he's gotten beat in camp. He's gotten beat in one-on-ones. It happens. He's also been in position in a lot of those one-on-one battles. I've been there. I've seen him. I've seen him be right there. Right there in the receiver's hip pocket without PI. I've seen it. He's just got to get it together. He's going to take his lumps. He's a rookie. They are all rookies. At the end of all these guys are rookies. They're not going to be perfect starting out. But J.C. Horn has a high ceiling, bro. A really high ceiling. And he had a great day today. He had a great day. He had those 2 picks. Now, let me put some context to these picks. Because all 3 of his picks have been... There hasn't been one where it's been like, oh, man, this has been like, yo, he was like great in coverage and he just like undercut a route and picked it. All his picks have really been one. Okay, let's talk through them. The first pick was Sam Darnold in 7-on-7s. He threw the ball deep. Sam Darnold underthrew the football, going to DJ Moore. DJ Moore had a step on him. He intercepted the ball. So it was an underthrown football. Right place, right time. Pick number 2.
Still counts.
It still count. No, they count. I'm just putting context behind them. Pick number 2 was a high. It was a bit of a high thrown ball. I got him on Twitter. So if you want to see him, go to our Twitter at Panther Nation PC. Scroll through them and you'll see both picks from today. The first pick was a pick that where the ball was thrown a little bit high. Ian Thomas, it went through Ian Thomas' hands. It went by Robbie Anderson, and it went into J.C. Horn's hands. Like that. I mean, that was a gift. That was a gift.
Happens. Okay, that can happen in the game.
It happened. Dave, I'm just putting context. I'm not trying to take nothing away. I'm just putting these interceptions in context. The second one was it went through Ian Thomas' hand. It was a high ball. Ian Thomas got his fingertips on it, went through his hands.
Yep.
Went by Robbie Anderson right into J.C. Horn's hands. All right. Then pick number 3, another high thrown ball by PJ Walker. The ball threw high, went over the receiver's head. JC did make a good decision. He kind of read where the ball was going. He was in the right place at the right time. If the receiver would have made the catch, he would have got popped by JC Horn. If he didn't make the catch, the ball went over his head. JC Horn caught the ball. So I'm just trying to make sure that we're putting in context, okay? Just putting these interceptions in context. The best interception today went to Sean Chandler. Sean Chandler was playing free safety. He undercut a route. JC Horn he probably got got away with a little bit of a PI on DJ Moore, and Sean Chandler undercut the route, and it was pretty interception. That was from today as well, and that was interception on Sam Darnold. So I'm just putting them in context, okay? Coach Rule said what he said. He's grabby. He's not gonna be able to get away with these things in a real game. But I think JC Horn is on track. He's on track, bro. He's on track. Yep. He's gonna be good. We gotta relax. Let's see. Let's take it what it is. When he messes up, accept it, because I'm trying to prepare you for those things. I'm trying to prepare you for those PI calls. They're gonna happen. He's gonna get those illegal contact penalties. He's gonna get those pass interference calls. He's going to have to learn the game. Let's not get frustrated with him too much. He is a rookie at the end of the day. All right. So
they haven't invited the refs yet. So that'll probably, once they get in pads, they might invite the refs tomorrow with the pads.
They might.
So it should be interesting
with the pads. Tomorrow. Yep. They might. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my rookie report. I think they're all on the right track. I'm not really disappointed too much yet in any of the rookies. We'll see what happens as camp progresses. But right now, I'm okay. I'm happy with all these guys. It's looking good. We'll see what happens. All right. Moving on. Let's get it. Let's
make sure you guys like and subscribe, guys. There's a lot of people watching right now. And we appreciate the viewership.
241 people watching from my screen. Make sure you hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up and all that. Let's get into it. Stock up, stock down. We've been doing this for a long time, and we're gonna bring it to training camp. And so I got 3 stock ups, I got 3 stock downs, and then I got some honorable mentions. All right. So let's get it. All right. Let's get it. First stock up is going to go to Trenton Cannon. Matt Rule came out and spoke highly of this cat. Said he's pretty much a lock at the end of the day. He's been running with the wide receivers. He's got special teams gunner ace. That's what Matt Rule called him. Matt Rule called him a special teams ace. He's one of the best gunners in the game. They like him a lot. This dude, if he didn't have a lock beside his name in our roster predictions, he should have had one, because if there is a lock, he's going to be a lock. Special teams, running back, wide receiver, all that. He's damn near a lock, okay? So Trenton Cannon, who is a guy that I wasn't really – I knew he's played special teams. I knew he played well last year. Last year when Mike Davis went down, dude came in. He played well in spelling Mike Davis and pairing that up with Rodney Smith. Those guys played well. And so I was always happy with Cannon. But now he's out there running with wide receivers, bro. He's getting wide receiver reps, which could spell danger for other wide receivers, right? He's the special teams ace, according to Matt Rule. So this guy's a lock, bro. He's damn near a lock. So this dude, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Any thoughts on
the thing is, I'm looking at the comments. The thing you got to realize is that you don't have to be a special player to make the team. But if you're a player that can play multiple positions, that makes other players expendable. Like if they decide to keep 3 running backs, he'll probably be most likely kept because he could play special teams. Like those are the type of factors you got to take into account.
Yeah.
So, I know I'm looking at the comments. People are like, nah, there's no way. And I'm like, he could make the team because he could do multiple things.
Yep.
Special teams is the element, man.
It is.
People always forget about special teams until they start giving up touchdowns and start fumbling the ball. The position, that's important. Special teams is important.
All right. So that's Trenton Cannon. I agree with what Dave said. Moving on, stock down. Ian Thomas. Now, Dave, we went out, brought in Dan Arnold. He was already on high alert, bro. Already on high alert. And usually, when somebody's brought in to come take your spot, usually you want to step up and kind of get your game right. This is a contract year for Ian Thomas, and I'm just not seeing it, bro. Like, he's up and down. He had a good day today. I'm not gonna lie. He had a solid day. You know what he is, Dave? He is essentially Chris Manhertz. You know how Chris Manhertz had a couple receptions every now and then, but we always had Greg Olsen, or we always had somebody else. That's what this is. This is if he is the second tight end, right? And I feel like Ian Thomas is athletic enough. He should be playing better than this, bro. He should be better than this. And I'm just not seeing him step up his game enough, bro. I'm not seeing him make enough noise. Just my opinion,
Dude,
bro.
I've already stood by how I felt about him. He ain't making the team. Stefan's gonna beat him out.
Stefan got to come. He ain't even seen the field yet, Dave. Stefan Sullivan has not seen the field yet, so we can't go there. We haven't even seen him. He's got the COVID thing going on, so we haven't seen Stefan Sullivan. I think so. I think he got it because we haven't seen him yet. Other guys have returned from it. I don't know. That's speculation, all speculation. But I will say Colin Thompson is a guy that's been out there, getting a lot of reps too. Colin Thompson is the number. You see. Here's how the pecking order goes when it comes to tight ends. When I see it, it goes Dan Arnold, Ian Thomas, Colin Thompson, Tommy Tremble for right now. That's how the pecking order is when they come out and they do their reps. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Ian Thomas. But even regardless of him making a team, I just feel like he should be playing better than what he's playing right now.
You would think we'd have the urgency with Dan Arnold being signed too, man. You would think we'd have some level of urgency because now his reps are being threatened.
That's what I'm saying. When you're threatened, and we got a perfect example of how this should go. I got a perfect example of how this should go. But when somebody comes in and is taking your spot, you got to be a dog. Now, I do see him out there on the jugs machine early. He comes out, he gets on the jug machine, catches some footballs. I do see that. I got to give him props for that. But when it comes to, I've seen a lot of drop balls. He's just inconsistent. And you're in year 4, bro. You're in year 4. You should be peaking right now. And I just feel like he's kind of just here. He's just flatlining. That's where I see him. So that's just my opinion on Ian Thomas. Dave, any more thoughts on Ian Thomas before we move on?
Nah, we good on Ian, man. If he doesn't pick it up quick, though, his spot is going to be in jeopardy. I'll tell you that right now.
Agreed. All right, moving on. Omar Bayless getting stock up. Omar Bayless is having himself a effing training camp, bro. This dude is balling. And I know y'all tried. Shout out to everybody that tried to tell me. We picked him up. Y'all, and I said, is this dude the real deal? I did a little film session video of his college film. I was a little rough on the dude. Pause. All right. I was a little rough on him. And y'all was like, yo, he's good. He's great. My bad. Omar, my bad, dog. He's balling right now. He is balling right now. This dude had himself a day today. I've seen him beat some dudes in one-on-ones. He's got good hands. I haven't seen him drop too much. Somebody's going to be in trouble because he's taking somebody's spot, Dave. I think, right, and this might be a little bit early. It might be a little bit early, but I think he's as good as a lock right now, bro, to make the roster. Omar Bayless is having that good of a camp, bro. He's having that good of a camp, dog.
That means either we're keeping 7 or somebody that we think that's going to make the team ain't going to make the team, bro.
He's having that good of a camp, Omar Bayless is. If he stays healthy, bro, this dude is gonna make the team. And if he doesn't, I will be surprised as hell. I'll be surprised as hell, bro. This dude is balling out right now. I can't even hate. This dude's he's cooking right now. Again, I think wide receiver is the deepest part of this team. It's not even close. It's not even close, man. It's not even close. He's balling, man. He is balling.
He looks tall.
I think he's 6'2", 6'3".
Okay.
Might be 6'1". I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's look it up just so we not lying to the people.
Well, Kurtwood wasn't going to make the team. Zylstra's probably.
They got him listed as 6'1", 6'1", 210. 6'1", 210. Yeah, Kirkwood. Well, we'll talk about him a little bit later. But Omar Bayless having himself a camp. Yes, my guy BZ might be threatened. And y'all know I rock with BZ. That's the homie. He might be threatened a little bit here. And BZ having himself a good camp too. I don't think he's having himself as good as a camp as Omar Bayless is, but he's having.
But the question of the day is, does he have to have as good as camp as Omar? He might not have to. He might not have to. That's the thing people got to feel to realize. Like Brandon doesn't. He might not necessarily have to have as great a camp as Omar.
And just keep this in mind. Last year, when the 53-man roster was announced, we kept 7 wide receivers. We kept 7 last year, so it ain't blasphemy that we keep 7 again. We also only kept 2 tight ends initially too, so that may change. So we'll see what happens. We also kept the fullback, kept 3 running backs. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be tight. That wide receiver room is gonna be tough.
All right, let's do the math again. DJ, Robbie, Marshall.
Shi Smith is a lock.
Yeah, and then we Zylstra, Omar. That'll be 7.
I think that's it. If they keep 7, I think that's a 7.
Now, if they only keep 6, that makes it hard.
They keep 6, that's when it gets tough. You cut one of them cats. I think you cut Omar Bayless. He's getting scooped up. He's not making it back to our roster. BZ, I think you might be able to get away with cutting him and getting him back. I don't know. You might. I'm just being honest here, bro. And that's my guy, bro. BZ is my guy, man.
What about David Moore?
I think. See, if it's me, if I'm building a roster, Dave, that's who I'm getting rid of.
Yeah,
I'm getting rid of David Moore, man. But that's me. Yeah. I know they're not going to though.
I'm just saying. If we're talking about who's going to be there, I mean, you guys are slandering Brandon, man. I'm telling you, dude, Brandon's got a better shot to make this team than you guys are giving him credit for.
BZ, I think he's gonna make the team, but I will admit that that's biased because BZ is my guy. But I would be like crazy or insane if I didn't say his spot wasn't threatened by Omar.
And BZ plays special teams too.
BZ does special teams coverage.
Guys, you guys keep forgetting about special teams, bro. Like, I don't think you guys realize how important that is. Like, if Omar or David Moore ain't about that special teams life, that gives BZ an advantage over those other guys.
Yep.
Like, you guys keep thinking, the wide receiver position. No. Because remember, these guys are the ones that ain't going to be getting the reps in game during a lot of reps in game, other than special teams. They'll probably get more plays in special teams than anything else. That's where you need it. Remember, you're only shooting 46 on game day. I was
going to say that you took my point. Some of these, the 5th, 6th, and 7th wide receivers won't even suit up. Guys like Brandon Zylstra will suit up because they play special teams.
Special teams.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's interesting.
Does David Moore play special teams?
He does. He does kick returns.
All right.
Kick and punt returns.
All right. So that might be his spot right there.
Yep.
That's where he ends up.
Kick and punt return is different from other special teams like gunners.
Yes.
And actual kick coverage. That's different. And that's what BZ does. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. It's gonna be a good conversation and good discussion and hard. It's gonna be a hard decision for them to get that down.
I think special teams is gonna be a factor. Like, I think that might be one thing you need to pay attention to when they do special teams in training camp. See if Omar's out there in special teams.
He's not.
And that's my point. So that's going to be the important. So at that point, he's competing against the other folks who don't play special teams.
But I think he's that good of a wide receiver that he don't need to.
Okay.
That's where I'm getting at. He's that good, Dave.
Okay, I'm not doubting that. And I'm rooting for the kid, but I'm just trying to explain to the chat,
to the people,
bro, to the people that these guys that can play special teams too don't have to be great wide receivers. Because if there's a point, remember the last team that Jerry Rice played for, part of the reason why they cut him was because he didn't want to play special teams. It had nothing to do with the fact that he couldn't play the position anymore. It had more to do with the fact that they needed a receiver that could play special teams. And Jerry was like, I don't want to play special teams. And that was that.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on though. Long discussion on Omar Bates. We got a couple more to get to. All right. Dave. This guy.
And he's wearing the number that we all fear.
Okay. So and this ain't got This ain't got nothing to do with the COVID stuff. So this is a bit of reversal than what I said with the Ian Thomas situation. This dude comes in, we signed Denzel Perryman. I thought he was a shoo-in to be the starting middle linebacker. And I think that it might have something to do with him not wanting to get the shot. But I don't want to go there. I'm trying to keep it strictly football. But he's taking backup reps, okay? Backup reps. He is not the starter. And when you're brought in, let me check his contract. Because it's multiple years. Let me see here. Let me check his contract. So I can get my facts straight. He got a 2-year deal. He's getting paid. Oh, he's not getting paid much.
Oh.
2 years. He's only getting paid $3 million a year. So I maybe I was expecting a little bit too much from this cat. But I thought he would come over and take that starting spot. But no.
Problem is too is that he was injured while he was in LA.
Well, no, he finished the season. He only missed like 2 or 3 games last year. And he finished the season healthy. But that might have something to do with his contract. But
yeah, that's why his contract is low.
I mean, he's fine. I mean, but I thought he was going to get a little bit more. I thought he was going to come in and be the starter.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought he was going to come in and be the starter. So for my expectation standpoint, I had a little bit more expectation for Denzel Perryman. And it's just not the case. He's running with the twos. I rarely see him out there. Don't know what's happening. If he was hurt, I'm not buying the he's hurt stuff. He's not hurt. He doesn't have a red jersey. If he was hurt, he would have a red jersey. He'd be on a bike somewhere. The dude's not hurt. He's healthy. All right? He's just getting number 2 reps. He's not as good as I thought he was going to be. And shout out to Denzel Perryman. He's a good dude. Out there throwing the football with the little kids at training camp. Out there, man, dude out there with the pause. He's out there with his shirt off, chiseled up. Pause, all right? But the he's a good dude. But I think he's conceding his spot to this guy right here. And this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do when your spot is threatened. When your spot is threatened, bro, you come out there, you man up, and you take your spot. This is a guy who last year played behind 52. He got the option, or he got the opportunity to come out and play some good football. And at the end of the season last year, the dude balled out. This dude came out, he worked his tail off, got the starting reps, took his spot on a contract year. This is what you're supposed to do, Ian Thomas. When somebody gets signed, you level up, bro. That's what Jermaine Carter did. Jermaine Carter leveled up, bro. Jermaine Carter leveled up, and now it's taking starting reps at middle linebacker, and I like him. It wasn't just handed to him, too. He's out there balling, good in coverage. He's playing really well. I really like what Jermaine Carter's doing. Again, he's been around for a little bit. He's on a contract year. He's taking every advantage of it. He's trying to get paid. And so he's looking good, man. Carter is looking good, bro. I like Jermaine Carter right now. I think he has the opportunity to really kind of take control of that linebacker room, because we know, as history's shown, we ain't getting it from Shaq, bro. If somebody could come in and be the man, I think Jermaine Carter can be it, bro. Jermaine Carter is balling right now, and he gets a stock up from me. And again, I say it again. This is what you're supposed to do when your spot is threatened. When they go in, they sign a Denzel Perryman, you level up. That's what Jermaine Carter did.
He's forcing Perryman to be expendable. but I don't think he's gonna make the team.
I don't think Perryman, because we need that depth anyway. We need that depth, so he's not going nowhere. Yo, stop trying to make everybody spendable, Dave. Is that you just learned how that word works today or something? You using it?
No, it's just I'm just look, man.
Here comes Heel Dave.
In training camp, everybody's expendable, especially when you got a coach on the ropes out here yelling their team for 8 minutes. Everybody's expendable, bro.
Jeff, bro, appreciate that super chat, bro. Are you Tim SD's brother? Are y'all related? Shout out to the SDs. But yeah, man, he's trying to agree. I agree. We still not in pads. Agreed. But from what I've seen again, I'm going off the eye test. I've seen more from Jermaine Carter than I've seen from a Denzel Perryman. That speaks that you gotta go by that. You gotta go by that. But I agree, Nick. I'm with you, bro. Still not in pads. I agree. That goes for everything. We're still not in pads. So I agree with y'all. Yo, that's funny. That's funny. But all right. So anything else on Jermaine Carter?
Nah, man. I'm happy that he's balling. Maybe we can finally get the interview with him.
Y'all want the backstory on why we didn't get the interview with Jermaine Carter?
We told Patreon. We could tell them. Nah, we ain't got to tell them. We good.
All right. Yeah, we told them. The Patreon members know why it didn't happen. It was
hilarious. No, I'm sorry. We can still try. We keep trying.
Hold this thought, Jake. Hold this thought. We'll get to that a little bit later. All right. So moving on. Dave, this guy right here. Now he had a good day today. I'm not gonna lie. This dude had a good day. I was out there like, yo, Will Grill, he cooking out there. This man is straight up cooking. All right. He looked good today. But before this day, it wasn't so good. The first 4 days at camp, this dude was not looking good. Today, he looked fine. He looked fine today. But again, we looking at the first 5 days in total. We got to look at it in total. And it didn't look too good. Didn't look too good for Will Grier, bro. He might be in some jeopardy here.
Well, the funny thing is, neither one of them is really looking good if you want to keep it a buck.
That's true. Both backups have looked not good. But PJ, if I'm going to give a nod to anybody, it's going to be PJ. PJ has looked better than Will Grier. He has a little bit more command of the offense. Will Grier did not look good before today. Today he looks fine.
The thing that bothers me, that makes me more nervous more than anything else, is the fact that, and I've been saying this for a while now, Sam Darnold hasn't played a full season, bro. He's missed at least 4 games in every season that he's been in.
Dave has said that every stream since we signed him.
Since I did my fantasy video on him, I've been saying it at least. So I'm gonna keep saying it.
Same thing. Just roll with it, Dave. Next time, just roll with it, man.
Listen, man. Listen.
Matter of fact, all the time.
I have to be, but either way. So that either way.
Roll with it next time. Come on, man.
Fine. I'll roll with it. But either way, the man hasn't played all 16 games, and now we're going to add a 17th game. We're going to expect him to play all 17 games. So at this point, we got to start considering that one of these guys is going to have to play 4 games, 3 to 4 games. Maybe I'm hoping for less, but the numbers show Sam's good to miss 4 games a year. So from that standpoint, either Will Grier or PJ Walker is going to start 4 times.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah.
And I think because of that, I'm afraid that we got to keep 3 quarterbacks, which kind of impacts that 6 or 7 wide receiver situation.
Well, you can always put one on the practice squad. Now, not necessarily one of these, but you can keep a quarterback on the practice squad and promote them if necessary. So it's not like you have to keep 3 dudes on the roster.
But then it goes back to my point, bro. Like, we ain't really got somebody that I feel comfortable backing up for that.
I agree. Games. I agree. I think,
but I don't know if I want to have like a practice squad guy that could potentially be one player away to coming into these games.
I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think we should go out and get a veteran quarterback from somewhere, whether you trade for him, or something. Go out and get you a veteran quarterback, somebody that can it'd be good if we had somebody that could help mentor Sam Darnold, give him some help. Because right now, this dude it's like the blind leading the blind out there. If you want me to be honest.
Sam Darnold is a 3-year NFL veteran. He's been starting this league for 3 seasons.
He
should be the leader of this. He should be the leader of this team.
He should be, but Dave, he ain't.
I know he
needs some help, bro.
I'm shocked we didn't have that. I'm shocked we didn't have that discussion about Sammy.
Oh, to hold that thought. We got a whole section dedicated to him. So just hold that thought. Hold that thought. But yeah, it's it ain't good for your boy.
I'm listening to all these quarterbacks, and let me tell you something, guys. I don't know how I feel about this situation here. Like you out here missing Blake Bortles, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think either one of these guys are. I mean, again, everybody keeps bringing up PJ and what PJ did in that Detroit game, bro. He threw two red zone
picks in the end zone, in the red zone,
and the defense balled their asses off that game. So PJ ain't it. Okay, he ain't it either. We got to stop it with that. Not saying that anybody said it in the chat. I'm just saying in general statement. Stop it with the PJ stuff. All right. So it's not it. We got to upgrade because like Dave said, he keeps saying it every stream. Sam Darnold has not played a full season. We're going to likely see one of these quarterbacks. It ain't going to be pretty when they get in there. All right.
Let's just say if Sam Darnold gets hurt, I'm going to be trying to figure out what defense we're playing for the next 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm playing him in fantasy every single week because Greer is not good. PJ's not good. I don't care what you guys tell me. You can bring up Detroit all the hell you want. He's not good. He's not good enough to be out here starting multiple games. Let's be clear.
You're about to get Heel Dave going.
No, man. It's just they're not good. They're just not good. Like, when was the last time we had Derek Anderson is probably the last time we had a decent backup.
DA was the last good backup. And he got inconsistent towards the end. But DA was the last good backup quarterback we had. That actually came in and wanted some. Well, Kyle Allen came in and wanted some games too. So
he did undefeated, never lost.
Now for a little bit.
For a little bit.
He started losing. Anyway, let's move on.
But losing to Aaron Rodgers isn't a bad thing. Like let's
move on.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's move on. All right, so here's some honorable mentions. Couple guys here. Ishmael Hyman. I had him on the main list. But then he started disappearing over the past couple of days, and he had a couple of drops on Saturday, so I demoted him to the honorable mention. But he's had some good reps. Miles Hartsfield, he's a guy that again, he was next up when it came to those nickel reps. He was the next guy up, not Troy Pride or anybody else. Bravion Roy, he's also a guy that's balling right now. People are sleeping on Bravion Roy. I've seen him flash again when it comes to the interior guys. He's flashed a lot alongside with Derek Brown, alongside Daquan Jones. He's also flashed. So keep an eye on him. Also, honorable mention, Keith Kirkwood. Excuse me. These are stock down, okay? Keith Kirkwood. You getting lost in the sauce, bro. You getting lost in the sauce. Stephon Sullivan with the COVID. You getting lost in the sauce too. And Christian Miller. Everybody's hyping up Christian Miller. Ain't seen him. I seen him take a couple reps with, do some pass rushing drills. But outside of that, he ain't making no noise. I seen Marquise Hayne make some noise. I haven't seen Christian Miller make any noise. So I know a lot of y'all was hyping him up, and y'all was excited to see him back. I ain't seen it. So it is what it is. Y'all, any thoughts on this list, Dave?
No, I ain't mad at it, man. I really had high hopes for Stephon. But, you can't do nothing about the Rona if you catch it. So, and I think catching Rona right now puts you at a distinct disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, man. There's been a lot of positions that's been out due to Rona. There was the tight ends at one squad. I know the quarterbacks for the Vikings. So look, man, these teams that ain't vaccinated is going to be a problem. Puts them at a distinct disadvantage from that standpoint.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so this is the stock up list. You guys can all talk about that, but let's move on, Dave. Sam Darnold. Let's have a quick discussion on Sam Darnold because everybody wants to know our thoughts on Sam Darnold through the first 5 days of training camp, and I'm not impressed. Not impressed. I'm not. I'm not impressed, Dave. I've seen these things are something that I noticed every day at camp. He's holding on to the ball, and this is things that's been a problem with the Jets. You can talk about weapons and all this other BS, but he holds on to the ball a long time. He's not decisive. He is not throwing with anticipation. He's not throwing guys open. He's throwing two open guys. That's what I'm seeing at camp, bro. He's waiting till a guy gets open, then he throws it. I've seen everybody talks about his arm strength. Everybody blew up his arm strength. Give me this arm strength. Woo! Blazing arm. What I've seen, Dave, matches what the stats say. It matches what the stats tell me. He's not an accurate deep ball thrower. Mike can sling it. He can throw it hard as hell, but he's not accurate with it, bro.
We had a quarterback that was a more accurate deep ball thrower than him. We've had two over the past 3 years. I think y'all know who they are. One plays for the Patriots, one plays for Denver.
Yep. So
Teddy was a more accurate deep ball thrower than Sam Darnold. Statistically. Look the numbers up.
Yeah, it's not, bro, it's not pretty because you want to talk about see the thing with Teddy, at least he was accurate with the short throws, right? I've seen this, like, go and look at the film today. Look at the two picks. One of them was high, like he's throwing high, he's inaccurate. And I want this dude to be great, bro. Trust me, I'm not trying to jump and pile on Sam Darnold, but he's got a long way to grow, bro. Dave, it's not looking good, bro.
Rashad, what did I tell you when the trade happened? What I've been saying for weeks, just like I've been talking about his injury history. What I've been saying, the bar this year is average. That's the bar. That's the bar.
I know.
That's the bar. Like we gotta start accepting that that's the bar. So, and I know some people are gonna say that it's too early. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ready to go there. I ain't going that route.
Well, my thing is, Dave, like when you're in one-on-ones, right? He had a great, I think his best throw was the throw to Omar Bayless the first day at camp and where he beat J.C. Horn. That was his best deep ball throw. This is just one-on-ones, though. This is nobody's coming at him. And he throws the ball well when there is nothing around him. Great. But when it's 7-on-7 time, when it's 11-on-11 time, it just, to me, does not. It looks like first of all, it looks like a conservative offense. A lot of dump offs, a lot of short passes. Some of the same things y'all complained about with Teddy. That's what I'm seeing with this guy. It's the same. It's intermediate. I've seen two, Dave. I've seen 3 deep balls thrown, maybe 15 to 20 plus yards total. 3 total. 2 of them have been picked off. One of them was underthrown. I have not, in 11-on-11s, I have not seen a deep ball completed from Sam Darnold. Not yet. And I'm trying to be as impartial as possible. Like, I really want this dude to be successful. I'm not trying to rag. I wish I could come on here and say this dude had an amazing throw, and I could post it and be like, y'all see what Sam did? Like, I want to show off.
Has the Panthers been able to find some highlight videos for Sam?
No. Have y'all seen a highlight video from Sam yet? Like, has there been a viral Sam? Like, okay, so have you seen the Cam Newton stuff, right? You seen the tight throws, the Cam Newton. You seen the Zach Wilson throw, right? You seen the who else got a viral throw out there? There's a lot
Justin
of guys.
Fields got one.
Justin Fields got. There's some viral throws. Trevor Lawrence had one where he threw it might have been for Tebow. But I haven't seen it like a viral throw from this dude yet, and we want it. I want to see it.
I do.
And maybe it's still to come, bro. Like, but
no, and that's the thing. Like, we'll see what happens with Pass tomorrow. But
Jay, I knew you were gonna say that. Hold on, I knew you were gonna say that. Maybe it'll happen when it comes to Pass. Maybe. But Dave, if you can't get it done with t-shirts and shorts, Do you really think it's going to improve with pads?
You better hope for rules' sake. You better hope it does. I said it once, and I'll say this again too. We ain't getting another Rule ain't getting another starting quarterback to utilize to have a season with if this doesn't work out. And I think the fan base needs to get ready for that. You guys talking about we need to take a quarterback next year? Y'all need to get ready for a new coach next year if you think we're taking a quarterback next year early.
Here Dave go. Trying to
I'm
fire.
you know.
That's another thing Dave does. Every episode, Dave tries to fire Matt Rule.
You agree with me on the Patreon yesterday.
What I say?
I said that if we're out here talking about taking a quarterback early, we're not going to have the same head coach. And you agree with me.
I agree. I agree with. Yes.
And I said my point is if we go like 6-11 or something like that, and we take like a left tackle in the first round, or we take a different position in the first round, that means Sam Darnold is going to be our quarterback in 2022. But if we out here taking a quarterback in the first round, Rule ain't going to be here, bro. He's not going to be here for it. Not happening. Not happening. And I'm not rooting for it by any stretch. It's just not looking good yet. And maybe it could be an overreaction type of thing. Maybe we need to wait. Maybe we wait till the man comes in pass. Maybe he will turn it. Maybe he'll turn it on when everything starts flying in front of him. But I'm keeping it a buck, bro.
If he doesn't show no, because I want this dude to be successful, man. I really want the quarterback. I want the quarterback issues to be solved, bro. I don't want to get another quarterback. I want Sam to be it,
dude. I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to explain to you guys. I'm just trying to get this fan base ready that you guys begged for Teddy to be out the paint, and we picked up somebody that isn't as good in a lot of the things that they want this offense to be. And that's why I kept saying this year, average Sam. We need average Sam. I don't want mediocre Sam. I don't want abysmal Sam. I just want average. I don't expect good or great. Good or great is playing with house money at this point. You know what I'm saying? I know you want a good or great. I just need average Sam.
Good or great for the future, bro. I don't care about this year. I want
average Sam plus top 10 defense's potential playoff spot. But mediocre.
That don't solve it going forward, bro.
It'll solve a lot for Tepper. Tepper doesn't know what it looks like to be in the playoffs. Tepper has no idea what it looks like. Tepper's been the owner of this team. He doesn't know what a playoff berth looks like. And we know he's not patient.
You're complete, Tavares. I wish you would. Have you been to training camp? Have you been there? Because we're not just talking about 11-on-11. We're talking about 7-on-7s where there is no pass rush. We're talking about accuracy issues where there is no pass rush, bro. Yeah.
That's problematic.
There is nothing but corners and wide receivers. So what are you talking about, fam?
Like that's clear.
Get harder for this dude.
7-on-7s is clearly advantage for the offense. The offense has the advantage on 7-on-7s.
Bro, did you see the throw on Saturday? Mr. Kim? Did you see the throw on Saturday?
Look, man.
The underthrown ball to Robbie Anderson. I'm just trying to listen.
No, let's put that back up. You know what I'm saying? Because Robbie Anderson got to play with Sam Darnold a few times in his career before Carolina, and the first time that Robbie Anderson had a 1,000-yard season, it wasn't with Teddy. With Sam Darnold, it was with Teddy Bridgewater. So let's not. I just gave y'all the stat line about us having top 25 wide receivers in fantasy last year. That was last season with Teddy. So let's keep it a buck about what we have here. Let's not try to be like, oh, well, we can anticipate this, that, and the other. If we have this, dude, it ain't gonna matter.
This is a fact right here.
I
was all because I'm a show me guy, right? I'm a guy. I wait. I really try to wait till I see something. I try to not pass judgment. I want to see what the dude looks like. I want to see. I've been out there every single day, y'all. I'm not speaking from secondhand knowledge, bro. I've been out there, boots on the ground, bro, every day, every single day. I've got every rep from this cat recorded. Every single rep. I've watched him. I watched him multiple times, 3 or 4 times. I want this dude to be successful. I've been watching it, bro. And I'm really trying to find the positives, and I cannot. I'm really trying, bro. I want this dude to be it. I've been out there every single day watching him throw 11 on 11s, 7 on 7s. And I'm like, fam, like, I'm just not seeing it, bro. I'm trying, man. I want to be on his side, bro. I've been trying it. I've been trying to be positive since we picked him up. I'm like, yo, give him time. Like, 4,000 yards, whatever I said. I've been trying to be positive, man. But I've been out there every day because I want to see Sam Darnold. I want him to be successful, bro. Hopefully it comes along.
Yeah, and
hopefully it comes along.
And it might. And I hope it does. I just think we need to. I just think us as a fan base need to understand what we have. Like, I think we're trying to Madden this thing up and not realizing that Madden has bugs too. But the reality is that, he's got a show at this point. Like, a lot of quarterbacks, when they start bad, when they get drafted high and they start bad, the turnaround is rare. Like, Ryan Tannehill is not something that always happens. What happened with Drew Brees is not something that always happens. It doesn't happen that often. Typically, they do worse than the second team they go to. So you just gotta, you gotta temper your expectations. That's all.
The answer is no.
No, we haven't. We have not. And I know somebody was asking about Derek Brown and how we think we're going to do with Derek Brown. I think Derek Brown's going to have a good year, man. Like, I think the defense is going to be freaking great this year. I really do. Now, that's something that I'm.
Yeah, fam, speaking of, I just saw the LASIK surgery comment. Yo, even Jameis Winston got some props today for his camp performance today. Yo, somebody just said, yo, this dude had the best day he's ever had as a Saint. Have we seen that from my man Sam yet? Like, I've seen him had a decent day, but I haven't been I haven't been blown out the water yet. I'm looking to get blown out the water. Pause, okay?
Listen, I'm rooting for him. I want him to do well. I really do. I just want the fan base to understand the expectations, and I want you guys, just like I tell you guys, just like I said, and what Pat's been saying about being consistent about how things go with camp. Y'all better be consistent about how this guy performs when the ball starts flying, when the thing counts. If he comes out here stinking it up, y'all better be consistent. I'm not gonna let y'all. I am not gonna stand down if this dude's playing worse than Teddy. I am not standing down. I will not stand down. I am not defending him.
Heel Dave gonna come out.
I'm not. Because even when Teddy was playing well, I still had my moments, But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. The pads come on tomorrow.
First 5 days, bro. First 5 days, I'm not impressed, bro. That's all I gotta say. I hope the next 5 days I can come back and say, yo, this dude was lighting it up, and then my energy will change. But I'm just reporting the fact, yo, I never try to push a narrative, bro. Again, if you new here, never try to push a narrative, bro.
Listen, that means I never try to push a narrative. We need to wait until they start playing with pads before we talk about Justin Fields playing well. We need to wait before they start playing pads before we talk about how well Rashawn Slater's playing. We need to wait across the board then if that's the case. So I don't want to hear nothing positive about anybody until we see the pads happen. But I agree. Let's see what happens with the pads.
Let's hope he turn it around, bro. I'm telling you, I've been there every day, bro. I post Patreon members. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen this. Y'all seen what I post about Sam Darnold. Y'all see what I post on Twitter. Nothing has been retweeted a million times being like Sam Darnold is great. Nothing. There's maybe one throw where it was like, oh, that's a nice throw. And that's with one-on-ones where there's nobody coming at him. That's it. I don't push narratives, bro. I'm just giving you the information to make your own opinion. And I'm telling y'all, I've been there every day, and I'm not impressed, bro. I'm not impressed.
The thing is, with the pads on, if they're doing 11 on 11s, boy. Because Brian Burns has been balling out of his mind. And he's been in the backfield a lot.
Let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Or we have more?
No, I think it's getting close to the end. Hold on. Oops, I went the wrong way.
Oh,
I gave him a C- for the first 5 days. C-, bro. That's my Sam Darnold grade, and I'm gonna keep
so
grading it.
that's like C is average. So you got him a tad below average as a C-.
I got a tad. Yep.
He needs to be at least a C.
Today was rough, bro. Today was rough. I had him at a C before today, bro. Before today, I had him at a C.
And the thing is, Rule isn't too happy with him either. If you want to keep it a buck, I mean, he's been kind of riding him a bit too throughout this whole week. You sit down like you got to be the first guy in, you got to be with the first guy in, last guy out, like, and then all of a sudden he started being the first guy to show up, things like that. Like, Rule has been making his comments about Sam. I think he's expecting more out of him, you know. So it's interesting to see.
All right. Let's
average guy. Average. Just average. About the fantasy projection I gave him. Average.
No, I think C- is fair because he's had a good day. Or he's had let's say he's had a slightly above average day. Then he would come back with the below average. It's just, yeah. That's Pat about to drop a track. Oh, it's too early. It's just camp. All right, let's move on. Fan Fest right around the corner. It's on Friday. This Friday. I think we do have a couple extra. I think we have 6 extra tickets. If you need a ticket, holla at us. It won't be the same section that I'm in. The section that I'm in, those tickets have been accounted for. And we're gonna link up. I gotta send this out to the Patreon members. But we're gonna link up maybe an hour or so before camp opens, at a bar, and we're gonna kick it. And we might have a special guest join us. Not confirmed yet. I got to get the times right. But I'll let y'all know if we have a special guest join us at our little shindig. But shout out to all the other 5 Patreon members that's going to join us. It should be fun. We're going to be in section 111, I think.
Let me tell you something. If Sam isn't Rule's guy, Rule don't deserve to be this coach. Y'all don't think he didn't have a say in that move? Straight up.
Oh, so yeah, Jake asked about Jeremy Chin real quick. Let me address that Jeremy Chin question. He said his Jeremy Chin been lined up at linebacker, and said he's been doing most of his work at safety. And Matt Rule came out today and said that they've been giving him a lot of safety reps just for the reps. They are going to move him around, but they just want him to get more reps at safety in order to just get him more comfortable playing free or strong safety. But he will be rushing the passer. He will be playing linebacker. Just a matter of getting him comfortable right now. So I'm cool with that. So
yeah, I gotta pass some tickets to you too. I'll do that. Not tonight. Definitely
don't pass them to me. You gotta pass them to whoever wants them.
All right, so I'll hop into Patreon to see who wants them.
Just let me. If you need a ticket to Fan Fest, let me know. Our other tickets, the other 6 tickets that we have are in like section 3, 313, 3. I don't know what they are. Dave got them. But yeah. So yeah. If you need Fan Fest tickets, holler at us. All right. Let's see. I don't think we could take calls there. I think we've kind of.
No, why not? I mean, I want to take at least one.
You want to take one? All right. Let me hold on one second.
Let's take one.
Hold on.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. I mean, it's kind of expected. I'm not mad at it. Jermaine Carter's out here trying to keep his spot, man. He wants to get paid and he's trying to keep his job. Can't be mad at that. That's what happens when you bring in competition. You're supposed to go above it.
And I owe y'all a giveaway. Give me 1 second. I owe y'all a giveaway. Give me 1 second. Let me get this right. All right, let me pull up the phone. The phone number's in the bottom. Give me 2 seconds.
I mean, all these bosses got 1 billion. It is what it is, man. No, it's gonna be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to see whether or not Mr. Darnold does what he has to do.
All right. Phone lines are open now, so y'all can call in. Numbers in the bottom of the screen, 704-759-6562. Go ahead and call us up if you bought that life. And I'll get this.
Well, while that's happening, man, I heard you had a situation, man, about
the cam thing.
Yeah, man. We didn't bring that up. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that real quick before I take this call. So yeah, me and this Wofford football player. There's like 3 or 4 Wofford football players. They practice in the gym like early. So oftentimes you see those guys come over to the practice field to watch the Panthers practice, right? So we chilling. I'm on the stream, and this dude is like, "Yo, Cam Newton." He said something about Cam Newton was the worst thing to ever happen to the Panthers, or something to that effect. And I was like, "What do you say?" I was like, "What you talking about? What you talking about, bro?" So we started talking back and forth, and then he said something about Mac Jones being better than Cam Newton, and I'm like, bro, I was like, bro, you serious? Like you really believe? So I started pressing him about it. So I started asking him questions, pressing him a little bit, and then he was like, yeah, I think he didn't give me no, because we start pressing people about the arguments that don't know football for real. They start lollygagging, and so that's when Jeremy came over there, and he was like, shout out to Jeremy Ego from the Carolina Huddle. He was like, yo. Yeah, it's like you gonna stand on this. I was like, yo, because if you really believe that, I was like, yo, if you really believe that, I'll put you on a live stream, and I we could make you famous. And so that's when he was like, yo, I'll post you on Twitter, and we'll make you famous. So he repeated. He didn't want to repeat it, bro. Like we had to like make him do it, but he didn't want to repeat it. Eventually, Jeremy got him to repeat it, but he did that kid, poor kid. He young kid. He know what he's talking about.
Hey, Pat, I think you might have a Mark watch, buddy.
Yeah,
I think you might have a Mark watch.
I think you
got a Mark watch, buddy. Nah, I mean, look, man. The thing about it is, when I saw the video, the first thing I thought about was like, now imagine if a large portion of the fan base really does think that, and they do up here. A lot of folks will root for Mac Jones to get that job, bro. And Bill Belichick is trying his best. Bill Belichick is trying his best to let the fans know that Cam's going to win this job unless Mac pretty much is unless Mac Jones balls out of his mind and Cam is terrible. Cam's the starter. Like I've been telling you guys all offseason. Cam's the starter.
All right, Ryan Stafford, I just rolled the dice. Nightbot chose you. You have been chosen as our winner. So, hey, Ryan, I need to see you in the chat, and I need you to confirm this and then hit me on Twitter. You got like a 5-minute counter starting right now to hit me. If you don't hit me, then I'm gonna roll it again. So, Ryan Stafford, hey, hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up somewhere. Send me your information. I'll let me see what it is.
So, Jared, let me be clear, Panther Buzz. Cam doesn't need no fuel, bro. He circled this date a long time ago.
Ryan might have left. Hey, if Ryan left, we'll give him 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, and then we'll
Well, they turned on Teddy when it started getting south, so at least that'll be consistent.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because y'all did the same thing to Teddy Bridgewater last year, bro.
Yeah.
So you damn right. You damn right.
Oh,
we done played the average quarterback game already.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, he's going to get all the credit in the world when even if the defense plays better. There were times where the defense was terrible last year, and Teddy took a lot of that blame. A lot of it.
Cody, you wanted to get him out of here, and Pat Coltrane, the real Pat Coltrane, wanted Teddy up out of here. This might be very important right here.
We were like the biggest Teddy defenders in these streets. And I'm gonna defend Sam for a little bit, but it ain't gonna be that long. Because I'm gonna be watching to see what y'all do too. I'm watching. Watch. What are you talking about? At one point, Teddy was the top 5 in the NFL in passing during the season. At one point during the year, at the beginning of the year, he was top 5. And I was the one critical about the fact he didn't have enough touchdowns. But he was top 5 in passing yards. Dude had 2 1,000-yard receivers.
No, I cannot talk about what I could. But my the Patreon members know what was up with Will Greer. Google it, bro.
2. Teddy had 2 last year. I'm not waiting for Sam to collapse, man. I'm waiting to see how you guys
do, bro.
I'm waiting for you guys to react. I'm waiting for you guys to react if he does.
I want our quarterback issues to be over with. So yes, I'm cheering for Sam Darnold, bro. But I also gotta be fair. I'm being consistent as hell. I'm giving Sam Darnold the same energy I gave Teddy. I gave Teddy Bridgewater more than an opportunity. Matter of fact, you ask me, I think Teddy should still be the quarterback, but that's an unpopular opinion. I
think a lot of if Sam, and I hope he doesn't, if Sam falters bad, I think a lot of folks are going to be thinking that, because at that point you're going to say, then why the hell did we trade Teddy away? What was the point?
But see, here's the thing, KJ. From what I see right now, you're going to see the same thing. It's the offense, bro. It's this what I'm seeing out there on the field right now is a lot of intermediate, short passes. Get it to your playmakers and go. It's the product of the offense, because one offensive line is trash. That's what Joe Brady wants to do. Get the playmakers the football and let them create. That is the offense. I don't understand what's so difficult about that, bro. Like, that is the offense.
Might have to do another drawing. I don't see my guy in here.
Yeah, I got it. Let me check. Let me pull up my Twitter real quick. Y'all are gonna see the same things with Teddy Bridgewater. Y'all gonna see the same things, bro. I mean, with Sam Darnold, short passes, quick passes, get it to the playmakers. That's the offense, bro. I'm telling y'all, be prepared for it. You might see a couple more deep shots than what we did, but the majority of it is going to be intermediate passes.
And the deep shots ain't gonna mean nothing if they're not accurate.
All right, I chose a new winner, Chris Cole. I'm about to answer this phone real quick. Give me 1 second.
Call from
David.
Oh, we got another David. Can y'all hear that? Oh, he hung up.
Oh,
he hung up. Don't hang
Chris
up,
Cole.
Bro.
Is Chris Cole
where
here?
you at, bro? Chris Cole, come on down. You the winner of the Summer Jam contest. Oh, another story happened today too. I ran into shout out to Lauren. She is a listener of the show, Dave. She told us she listened to us all the time, and she is she is close to Austin Larkin.
Oh,
yeah. So she said she listens all the time. She hit me up because I was recording. I was recording the practice, and Austin Larkin had that crazy catch. He had the crazy catch, and she wanted me to cut it out and send it to her. So I sent it to her. So shout out to Lauren, man. She listens to us.
Call from
what's up?
Gay midget porn.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yeah, I think that's a crank call. I think.
Yeah, I'm not answering that. All right, did Mr. Cole pick up?
Cole is gone.
All right, I'm rolling again. I need to see y'all gonna be sick, bro. Hold on 1 second. How about this? I'm gonna do it this way. That way we're gonna pick somebody. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I need y'all to type in the keyword pay it forward. All together. One word, pay it forward. Like this. Pay it forward. Because that's what I'm doing today. Paying it forward.
We're gonna be setting
today. I want something today from camp. So I'm passing it along. Just like that. Pay it forward. Bro.
If this was not legit.
No, it's 864 number.
Call from
John.
to accept.
John, what's good, bro?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
What you got?
I just wanted to talk about the practice,
Yeah.
how everything's been going.
Yeah, man. It's been going good. What's your thought? You was out there, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. What you think? Pay it, Cold
I
Train.
think
You
they're looking
stupid.
pretty
Pat
good
stupid.
this year.
Okay. What you think about Sam Darnold? That's what the people want to know.
It's like a love-hate relationship. Sometimes you like him, sometimes you don't.
So what do you at this moment? If I were to ask you, what do you think about it? You like him or you don't like him?
Probably don't. Because,
Why is that?
I don't know. He's kind of holding on to the ball too long, and he's not really completing his passes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing I said. He's definitely holding the ball a long time. So
yeah.
What about the defense? What do you think about the defense?
They're looking solid. J.C. Horn's doing good, and Jeremy Chin.
Yeah, man, I like him too. I think Jeremy Chin's looking good. All right, so I real quick. Hey, I gotta shut this thing down because I picked a winner. But I appreciate the call. All right.
All right, you're welcome.
Yep.
By the way,
right.
for those who are wondering who's that singing, that's my wife. She's in vocal classes. I'm in my kitchen doing this show today.
All right, so I picked the winner, and hopefully it shows up. Yeah, Nightbot picked it. Did y'all see
Sherrod?
it? Yeah, Sherrod. Oh, my fault. Sherrod, you in here? Hey, you got to hit me on Twitter. Hit me on Twitter or somewhere. Send me your information. You can email it to me or whatever. PantherNationPodcast@gmail.com. And no, I'm not actually giving away the Jeremy Chin helmet. I gotta keep that. I don't have nothing Jeremy Chin. All right. So I'm keeping that, but I got something else for y'all.
Hey, Sherrod's in the building, man.
Yeah, I see Sherrod. I see you, bro. Hit me on Twitter. But this is what you're gonna win. I'm gonna give you. I'm paying it forward, all right? Paying it forward. Let me get this signed Shaq Thompson jersey. Signed Shaq Thompson jersey, all right? I went digging through the crates. I found you one. So signed Shaq Thompson jersey to you. I hope you're a Shaq Thompson fan. So shout out to you, bro.
If you're a Kelvin Benjamin fan, I do have a signed Kelvin Benjamin jersey if you like.
Don't do that. What's up, Sean? Sean won the signed mini helmet. But yeah, I'll show you what I won today at practice.
But yeah, man, that's my wife singing in the background, man. She's in vocal classes. But I think at this point the class is over, so now she's just practicing.
This is what I won at practice today. Jeremy Chin, signed Jeremy Chin helmet. If you go to practice, you get to enter the raffles, or not raffles, enter the contest, give stuff away. So yeah, man.
We might need to do that to keep our sponsorship, man. We might have to do that to keep our sponsorship.
Yeah, man.
I thought about it.
We need y'all to support us on Manscape before they snatch it from us, bro. So yeah, go to manscape.com, use that code PNP, get 20% off plus free shipping. All right, because we need that.
She's singing. Now I can hear her over my headphones. She's singing up in these streets.
All right. So anything else we gotta talk about? Shout out to all the new people, man. Shout out to all the new people that joined us, man. We had like 250 people in here at one point. I think that no, that's not the most we've had. We had like 300 some people when Sam Darnold got signed. So that was probably the biggest audience we had. But shout out because
y'all was so happy to get Teddy out of here, man.
Shout out to Sam Darnold. Shout out to that's our quarterback. That's who we rolling with, bro.
That's who we rolling.
Support Sam, bro. But I'm just giving y'all what I see. That's all I can do. I'm giving y'all the information. You do with it what you will.
First preseason games in a week, right?
Yes. Yeah, next week.
Oh, it's gonna get interesting quick.
Yep.
First practice and pass tomorrow.
Yeah,
should be good, man.
Appreciate it. All right. That being said, we getting out of here, man. Appreciate all y'all support. Let's get to 12K. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm just, nobody doing what we doing over here, man. We pride ourselves on being a little bit different. A lot of good Panthers creators out there, but we do things a little bit different. Try to separate ourselves. But appreciate all the support. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. That being said, we up out of here. Keep pounding.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out, y'all.